You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. We're now going to be joined with Wendy on the telephone. Of course, you may remember when we spoke to Wendy last time, it was all about the Medway Art Group, Kent Association for the Blind. We're doing a little bit of an update. Firstly, Wendy, thank you very much once again for joining us.
Hello, Daniel. Thank you for having me back.
Now, I understand you've been nominated for an award. I was hoping you could tell our listeners a bit more about that.
Yes, it's the EPIC Awards, and they were set up by Voluntary Arts in 2010. And they, as an organisation, they support voluntary arts groups, arts and crafts across the UK. And I'm just looking on the website, they've got over 60,000 art groups that they are aware of, and they have the EPIC Awards each year, and I nominated the Kent Association for the Blind Medway Art Group for our graffiti project that we did last year with Rochester Cathedral, and we've been really lucky to be shortlisted, so we're one of 32 that have been shortlisted. It's very exciting.
And I understand there was a website people can go to sort of find out more.
Yes. It's if you look up shortlist.epicawards.co.uk, and there's a People's Choice Award, which we'd like to share with everybody, and you can give the thumbs up to the group that you wish to support. Hopefully it'll be the Kent Association for the Blind Medway Art Group. There's some fierce competition out there, and we're currently 5th in the running, and it's just so exciting. It's really unifying for all of us. We've got the Kent Association for the Blind, Sun Pier, Rochester Cathedral, all the members and lots of friends and family all voting for us. So it's good to share it.
It must be nice that you've been sort of recognised and nominated for something like that.
Absolutely, yeah. It's so exciting, and it's given us lots of strength to carry on and to have our work seen.
Now, last time I joined you, I was out and about, and I come along to one of your art group meetings, but now the exhibition's actually on at the moment, so I assume that's going well.
It is, yes. We opened last week, and it's called Through Our Eyes, and it's our art group's response to the Royal Engineers Museum collections. And it's a mixture of work. We have painting, sculpture, some poetry. There's a group piece of work. We all did a piece. We made terracotta barbed wire, which has then been, it's got a white glaze on it, and we've stacked it, and it looks amazing. That's the central piece in the exhibition.
I was going to say it's really good to hear, because I think you were sort of talking about it and hoping it was going to work and fire well in the kiln when we last spoke.
That's it, yes, because it was all, none of us have made clay barbed wire before. There isn't a recipe for it, so it was a real, let's just have a go and see. And Sarah Crouch, she fired the work for us, and with a proviso, it might work, it might all explode. But luckily, it all survived and looks amazing. And it was quite lucky just how it stacks together, because that wasn't what we had in mind, but once we laid it out, thought, yes, we'll stack it. It looks great.
And also, I think you want to cover a bit about voluntary arts and something you're doing as well.
Yes, it's the Voluntary Arts Week, the 15th to the 24th of May, and we are going to be at the Royal Engineers Museum running a family art workshop called Tactile Detectives, and that's as to highlight our show that's on, but also there'll be the River Voice Community Choir there, and Light Vessel 21 and the Making More ladies are going to be running workshops, and that's for Saturday the 23rd of May, and we'll all be there throughout the day.
Was there anything else you'd like to get over to our listeners or refresh them on some of the things you've talked about so far?
I'd like to say the Shortlist website again, if I may, Daniel.
Yeah, no, that would be good.
Brilliant. It's shortlist.epicawards.co.uk, and we're listed as the Kent Association for the Blind Medway Art Group, and there's a photograph of Barbara, who was then 91, with our graffiti artist, Greg Stobbs, and they're in mid-graffiti spray. And if you go onto that website, you can then click on to read more, and it will feed you through to our own blog site where there's a lot more information about the project that we did.
Well, Wendy, once again, I'd like to thank you for taking the time out to let us know all about what you're doing. And it's always nice to talk to somebody with a bit of an update from a previous interview. So it's nice for our listeners to see how you're getting on and what's happened.
Oh, it's great. Thank you for the interest, Daniel. It's really nice to talk about it.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.